A focal point of last year's flooding tragedy was, of course, Camp Mystic, where 25 campers and 2 counselors lost their lives. The camp has since closed and announced its bankruptcy, sparking a national conversation not only on flood safety plans, but also on the overall safety of where we send our kids to camp. Charlee Johnson is from Houston, and her daughter Anna was at Camp Mystic and evacuated during the floods. She thankfully made it out safely, but her friend didn't. This inspired Johnson to leave a successful career in oil, gas, and mining to start the Safety Navigator, a national nonprofit to help camps keep kids safe.
We're here today because this tragedy is now part of our story. And like so many of you said yesterday, we can't bring lives back, but we can and we will do everything in our power to make sure something like this never happens again.
According to the American Camp Association, around 30 million kids attend summer camps across the country every year. Charlee Johnson joins us now along with co-founder Marley Palin. They're currently on the road visiting camps around the nation. Charlee and Marley, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Laura.
And your names work so well together, it's almost like you were destined to be in this endeavor together.
Yeah.
So Charlee and Marley, first, can you tell us where you are now and what you're doing out there?
Yeah, so right now we are in the middle of Wisconsin, and we've been making our way up here over the last couple of weeks, making camp stops along the way. This is the first time we're doing what we call the connection tour for the Safety Navigator, and it's all about us getting out to camps, seeing them live in action, and meeting the wonderful people that are caring for the kids in their campgrounds.
Well, you left, Charlee, I want to highlight this. You left a successful career to start the Safety Navigator. And for you, it all goes back to Camp Mystic and your daughter, Anna. Can you tell us in a few words what happened and how that led you to today?
Yes. So my daughter, Anna, was at Camp Mystic on the 4th of July last year. She was safely rescued, but her friend and 27 of her camp sisters did not make it that night. That personal experience, along with the courageous and heroic efforts of the Heavens 27 families to drive new safety requirements for youth camps in Texas, is what really inspired this work. What we saw was an opportunity to bring corporate experience and our backgrounds and our networks to an industry that is looking to lift the bar in safety. And that's what we've done with the Safety Navigator. We've gotten a tremendous response from camps, from families alike, and we see the work making a real difference this summer.
And can you explain how the Safety Navigator works now and what need does it fill that didn't exist before?
Yeah, so the Safety Navigator is an online platform completely free for camps across the country. And what it's really designed to be is a one-stop shop for camp safety. Camp directors have often, given their lives to supporting and creating amazing summer camp experiences for kids. They innately care about safety, but they didn't necessarily have the resources to implement best practice safety principles at their camp. So that's what we've built in the Safety Navigator. There's a whole bunch of training, tools, templates, resources that camps can access completely for free to make sure that they're creating both, a magical and fun, but also safe summer for the kids that they're supporting.
And we've been talking a lot about flood risk specifically, but people may not realize there are all sorts of severe danger risks to camps, like, where you are now in the Midwest. There's tornadoes, there's wildfires, things that we might not necessarily think of at first, but need to be talking about. I know you're in Wisconsin right now and you're headed to Michigan next. You were in Mo Ranch last week, correct? You got to look at some of the hill country camps already?
Yes, we started the connection tour in the hill country, and that was a very meaningful place for us to begin. It's where our story began as a Safety Navigator, and we were able to go out and meet with a community that has rebuilt and is continuing to look for ways to improve what safety looks like on their camps. So we were stationed at Mo Ranch for several days and got to visit several of the camps in the hill country community, which was amazing.
Here in Texas, we have some new safety legislation for camps in play. How does the Safety Navigator fit into that? Are you working directly with lawmakers?
We pick up from where the law takes off. And so once legislation has been implemented in any state, obviously, having just been rolled out in Texas, but is now slowly moving to other states across the US. And then we help camps translate what that means for them. So we help them understand the legislation, understand what that means that they might need to put in place. And then we give them a whole range of resources to help them actually action that at their camps. And so it's designed to be an implementation tool for camps nationally, with or without legislation.
What's next for the Safety Navigator?
For us, the future is spreading awareness of our platform and the resources that we've built across the country. And that's a lot of the reason why we're out here making a cross-country road trip this summer, is to start meeting camp leaders beyond Texas and sharing the resource, spreading awareness of what it is and how it can support, and continuing to get it in as many directors' hands as possible.
Well, Charlee Johnson and Marley Palin, the co-founders of the Safety Navigator, thank you so much for sharing your stories with us and the important work that you're doing to help keep kids safe.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave us a comment below to let us know your thoughts on this video. And don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Austin Insight for free in the PBS app.